All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so super excited. If you know anyone that has trouble with sleeping, will you please share this out with your network? Hi, Gianna. Hi, Julie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know about you, but the top two things I hear from people regarding their challenges are sleep and pain. So let me know if you relate. If you have any issues with sleep, let me know if that's right on the money. And why does this matter to me? And why should it matter to you? Over 80% of all chronic disease, all of it is completely preventable based on what we do, think, and say. And one of the top health behaviors that will either create health or create disease is sleep. So, today we're going to talk about why sleep is so important. What are the many challenges? Because there are so many challenges to getting good sleep. And if you're willing to share any of the challenges you personally have, please share it in the comments. And by the end, I will share a solution. So, here's the deal I made you all a worksheet, a move from idea to action worksheet, because I want you to win at this. It's free. You don't have to give me your email, nothing. It's either you can go to carlacaldwell.com or in my profile, you will see the link to my site. All right, Julie says, sleep is an issue for me, falling asleep. I can be tired before I turn the lights out, and then I have a problem falling asleep. Oh, yes, I've heard that lots of times. And then, wow, Gianna sleeps a lot. That's great. Good. If that works for you, then that's awesome. So, what you can expect in the next 30 minutes or so, and I'm recording this. So, if you're not able to stay, it's recorded. I will be sharing it. It will be yours. And I hope you check out the worksheet and share with your loved ones. It has evidence informed techniques to help you win at goal setting with your sleep. Okay, so sleep is critical. And I want to define, I'm not only going to talk about sleep today, but I'm also going to talk about meaningful rest. Both are really important. So, sleep at night is really important. And just as important is taking pauses and meaningful rest during the day. This usually is news to people when I am teaching about sleep, that both are really important. Taking pauses during the day and also getting good sleep at night. So let's define, what does good sleep at night mean? It means on average 7 to 8 hours. Now, please remember, everyone's a little different. That's the average. And signs that you're sleeping well is that when you wake up refreshed. You're able to handle your day. If during the day you happen to sit down, you don't just fall asleep right away. When you do that, like if you're in a meeting and you sit down and your head starts nodding, and that's normal for you, that's a sign your sleep is not great. Now, in regard to rest, so regarding rest during the day, you know you're getting meaningful rest because at least once or twice a day, you're taking the time to pause. And what that looks like can be very different. All it means is you take a little time out. So it can be short, it doesn't have to be long. It can just be a few minutes where you sit down and you either are just still, you might focus on your breathing. You can get a pause by going out in nature. You can go get a pause by taking time out to drink a cup of tea. You can get a pause by focusing on breathing or meditation. If you are doing that consistently each day, Even just for a few minutes, you're getting good rest during the day, and that will contribute to getting good sleep. It's really, really important. So, why is sleep so important? All right, here's the story. Sleep boosts your immune system. You are better able to fight off colds, flus, different illnesses if you are rested. It also helps you to maintain a healthy weight. Very important part of healthy weight management is good sleep. It will boost your immune system. I already said that, but I'm saying it twice because it's that important. It will help you lower your blood pressure if it's high. It will help you lower your cholesterol, your blood sugars if they're high. And it helps the space between your ears. Your mental health benefits tremendously from good sleep. It also helps you with coping and resilience and stress management. So I cannot stress enough how important sleep is. And that's why I really wanted to teach a class. I wanted to make you a worksheet because I want you to win with your sleep, and you can. I know you can. I have supported thousands of people to improve their sleep using the method I'm going to show you. And if you don't want to wait because you don't like to wait for things, it's all in the worksheet. Yes, Gianna, let's hope with all your sleep, your immune system is fantastic. I would encourage you to 14 hours is a lot. And sometimes getting too much sleep can be a thing. But again, ultimately, you are the expert of you and you know best. And if you feel fantastic and you have the time, then keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for that. I have been working in the prevention field for over 20 years. So I'm glad you think I know something. That's good. All right. So, what are the challenges? Oh my gosh. So, let's tackle resting first because remember, I hope by the end you will be open to this idea that rest during the day is just as important as sleeping at night. And it doesn't mean you have to take these long naps, it just means you take a few minutes to be still, however works best for you and your lifestyle. So, the challenge for getting rest, I find, is that culturally, we are a very busy culture and we almost um, incentivize being busy. So, you might feel guilty taking a rest. Let me know in the comments if you ever feel guilty when you take a rest. Very common. Also, some cultures perceive it as being lazy, when really, if you take a few moments to rest each day, just a few minutes periodically, you are more efficient and more productive. There are many studies that show this. I also think we are just so busy and we have so many competing priorities. There is so much going on. I really do hope that if sleep is an issue for anyone you know or for yourself, that you'll share this recording with your network. Okay, now let's talk about the challenges for sleep. Electronics are an issue. Blue light is an issue. So, the issue coming from our phones, our computers, our television, if we are being exposed to that before we go to sleep, it's very difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. Caffeine can be an issue, stress. If you don't have a consistent sleep routine, that can contribute. Um, Alcohol consumed close to bedtime can affect your sleep and digestion. When you're eating close to bedtime, if you're waking up because you have acid reflux or that can keep you awake digesting a food. So that's actually a really cool fix if just eating earlier is a really, anyways, we're going to get into all of that. How do we make that happen? I just want to make sure we define sleep and rest. We did that. We talked about why it's critical for your health. Sleep is really important, and we discussed the challenges. So now let's get into the solutions, because I don't know about you, but that's what I like to focus on: problem solving and working towards a solution so that I can live my best life and experience my own best health. And I want that for you too. Okay, first, you have to know yourself. So I'm going to ask you, do you know your sleep patterns? Are you aware of when? Do you have a normal bedtime, a normal time you get up? Do you have a routine before you go to bed? Do you know what kinds of things keep you up? Do you know if it's stress? Do you know if it's certain foods you eat? It's really the first step if you want to get better sleep and meaningful rest is to get to know yourself and understand what it is that contributes to you sleeping and resting, and what are the things that stop you from sleeping and resting. Okay? So I hope you're with me on that. And for those of you on LinkedIn and Facebook, I'm sharing the worksheet. It's on the screen. If you are on Instagram, you can get the worksheet free. You don't even have to give me your email if you just go to my profile and click on my link tree. And for anyone else, if you want to share with your loved ones, carlacaldwell.com, it's that first option. And the worksheet's yours. It's evidence informed, and it will support you to improve your health and sleep. Okay. So, first step, getting curious, know yourself. You are the key. Now, let's get into the worksheet. Yay! All right, we're going to make sleep, getting good sleep and meaningful rest, a lifestyle, not just an event or idea. This is how you live for your health. We're going to move from the idea of meaningful rest and good sleep to action. All right. On the worksheet, I go over a little bit of why sleep is so important. And first, so I give prompts that will guide you to create the best actions. And I have a hint. Ready? You can use this process for anything you want to improve. All right? That's the behind the scenes tip trick. So, today we're thinking about sleep and meaningful rest. And the first thing that you must get crystal clear on, this is going to be the driver, the motivation, the gasoline, the fuel to get you to meet your goals, is knowing what matters most to you. Again, anything you are trying to do for your health and well-being, know what matters most to you. Yes, ma'am, Gianna. I love SMART goals. SMART goals are the best, and they're proven to work. That's great. I'm so glad. Anyone else use SMART goals before? Let me know in the comments if you're new to SMART goals or if you've used them before. I want to know. All right. So first step, foundational. What matters most to you? What matters more than anything in the whole world? What is your purpose for living? What motivates you to keep going even when you don't want to? This is the key. This will be your North Star for lasting change. Know what matters most to you. Okay? And when you're ready, when you know what matters most to you, let me know in the comments, yes. Okay, awesome. Good. We've got yeses on Facebook, yes on LinkedIn, And Instagram, I'm hoping you are a mental yes. So, next, how does getting good sleep and meaningful rest support what matters most? This part is so important. So, you've identified what matters most to you. This is what's going to get you to act, to follow through, and to be consistent. Now, it's important to identify how will getting meaningful rest and sleep contribute to what matters most to you. So I'm going to use myself as an example. What matters most to me is family and building legacy. How does getting good sleep and rest support family and building legacy? Well, when I get good sleep, I have higher quality interactions with my family, which really is important to me. And I have the energy to do things that are important for my family. I have the energy to do things that are important for building legacy. Sleep is really, really important. So when I'm thinking about improving my sleep, I am crystal clear that getting good sleep will help me. It will contribute to what matters most to me. This is a really important part of this process. Don't forget. All right, next. And again, this is all on the worksheet, carlacaldwell.com. It's free. You don't even have to give me your email. Although, if you do want to get my email because you want to find out, I send weekly Live Your Best Life tips and tools. You can certainly sign up if you want to. Now, we need a baseline. So we need to rate our sleep and rest on a scale of 1 to 10. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the absolute best, how are you doing with your sleep? And I would recommend that you look at the last couple weeks. So last 14 days, how has your sleep been on a scale of 1 to 10? Very important to know where you're starting from. Because once you start making changes, you want to be able to see if it's helping. So my sleep right now is a 6.94. All right. So now, are you ready? We're going to consult the person who knows you best, you. What is one small action item you can take starting today to improve your sleep and rest? And if you need ideas, you know what I did on this worksheet? I gave a link that gives a whole checklist of things you can do. But many of you already have an idea of what you might need to do. If you don't know and need suggestions, just click on that resource list. Some things you might consider might involve a sleep routine, eating earlier, avoiding the news, especially lately. Um, I'm not saying always avoid the news, but avoiding the news like an hour before you go to bed. Yes. So you're identifying one small action item. Okay, here, Gianna, if you're still with me, we're going to get to the SMART goal next. Love SMART goals. They're the best. If you're in it to win it, then you are consistently taking your I wish, I want, I will statements and making them into SMART statements. That helps you move from idea to action. So you've asked yourself, what is one small action I can take starting today to start to improve my sleep and rest? And once you know what that is, then you're ready to go to the next item. And again, the worksheet's at carlacaldwell.com. It's free. I'm not asking for anything, just for you to take it on a test drive and then let me know when it works for you. It only works if you do it. So now I want to invite you to write whatever action it is, whatever it is you think will help you to improve your sleep and rest. and we want to make it SMART. So specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic. I'm going to capitalize that one, realistic, and time sensitive. I'm going to talk about why realistic is so important in just a moment. So I'm going to share, there's an example of a SMART statement. Ready? For the next 7 days, I will stop using all electronics 30 minutes before I go to bed. And I put in parentheses 10:30 p.m. is my bedtime. So at 10 p.m., all electronics cut off. Oh my gosh. Hi, Michael. How are you? Michael's going to stop watching TV at 9 p.m. and read a book before bed. That sounds fantastic. Fantastic. So we have our SMART statement, and now we're going to look at confidence. I don't know if you knew this already, but confidence is the strongest predictor of success. If you want to know if you will be successful with whatever it is you're planning, just ask yourself, how confident am I? Okay, so this is how you do it. You're going to think about your SMART statement and you're going to ask yourself, how confident am I on a scale of 1 to 10? How confident am I on a scale of 1 to 10 that I can complete this action? 1 is not confident at all. 10 is like, it's done. It is done. I am super confident. Oh, that's really nice, Michael. I miss you and Toastmasters too very much. So rate your confidence, and here's the secret sauce. Are you ready? Listen, I do this for a living. I work with people to change their health behaviors. Confidence is key. It is key. And human nature is to want to do more. Like the bigger, the better. But the problem is if we're not confident, we won't follow through. All right? So confidence is important. If you have rated yourself a 7 or below, I want to invite you to rewrite your goal. Rewrite it in a way that you're more confident. So if I say I'm going to stop all electronics 30 minutes before bedtime, and when I rate my confidence, I'm a 6, I'm going to ask myself, Carla, how could I rewrite this so I'm more confident so that I can get to like an 8? I might identify that I will be more successful with 20 minutes. I could do 20 minutes for sure. 20 minutes, I'm a 9. It's better to write your goal in a realistic way that you are extremely confident about and win than to write a bigger goal that sounds really fancy and nice and then not follow through. You know yourself best. Be kind to yourself and set goals and action items that are realistic for you right here, right now. I hope that makes sense. Let me know yes, 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 if it makes sense. If this is helpful, please share with your network. Can you imagine a world where everyone's sleeping well and being well? Oh my gosh. All right. Enough dreaming. So we have our SMART statement. We've tested confidence. We are ready to go. Now you have to act. Now you actually have to follow through. And oops, I got a little, there we go. Now you have to follow through. And what I want to recommend is that you check in with yourself, be honest with yourself, and be flexible. If the action item you pick is not working for whatever reason, this is not a fail. This is just an opportunity for you to tinker and rewrite or change the goal so that it makes more sense for you. I see over and over that people do not succeed sometimes with their health because they are not being honest with themselves and they are not tailoring to their own lifestyle. So, for example, if I don't like cooking, I do actually, but if let's say I don't, then I'm not going to make a goal to make these fancy meals every night. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, I wish it did. Or if I live in a family and we eat out, it's not realistic to say that, oh, I'm just going to only eat in. Maybe I might start working on what it is I eat out. I'm just giving examples here. Work with yourself. That is one of the nicest, kindest things you can do is accept yourself for who you are. And when you're looking to improve your health, one, know what matters most to you, connect it to that health goal, whatever it is you want to change. How does that change? How will it benefit what matters most to you? Be realistic and move from idea to action by making it smart, by making sure it's specific, measurable, action oriented, realistic, and time sensitive. I really hope you'll use the worksheet. I put love and care into it. I have, as I was writing it, I was visualizing anyone who used it succeeding. It's free. Please share it with the people in your network. Sharing is caring. And if you found this helpful, please let me know. And let me know what other health topics you want to hear about, because I want to do one of these every 2 weeks. So let me know how I can be helpful. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful for the time you have given to me and for everything you do to support your health and well-being. I really appreciate it because everything you do inspires everyone around you to become better. And can you imagine a world where we are all healthy, happy, and whole? How different would that be? All right. I'm rooting for your success. Have a great day. Bye-bye.